DJM TV.
Country people, una welcome to DJM TV weekly news update for Pidgin English. Me wan lakuna this week na be una country brother Stanley Okocha. I beg my brother, my sister, if this one are the first time when you take dey watch our ogbonge news like this, I beg make you subscribe to our YouTube channel wey be DJM TV. Make you click on the notification bell so that you go continue dey receive hot ogbonge news like this. Our first news for today na be the one when it concern
DJM TV.
System engineer. I'm an ICT expert. I'm a political consultant, and so on and so forth. Before I came into politics, my profession as an ICT consultant gave me an opportunity to work with to consult for different political parties. And majorly, where I dwell is always in a period like this during electioneering process. We assist in the area of digital and e-campaigns, so to speak. And in the process, we came up with a development in terms of e-coalition of election result. And this we were doing to assist political party before they find us worthy as a person that, apart from my personal interest in politics, well, we now began to do so many things. Yes, we started with AD, after AD, PDP, then I moved with my Ogaden, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, to Labour Party, where we fought a big battle. And that battle actually opened my eyes to so many things in terms of election petition tribunal. By the grace of God, then I was privileged to work with the late Abraham Forty in terms of analyzing the forensic analysis of ballot papers during the litigation. Then, Labour Party versus PDP. Not just a little thing. And thereafter, I found so much love in PDP, then I went back to PDP. Today, by the special grace of God, I am the state organizing secretary of PDP. I was, and the Congress also brought me back for second term in office. And I give all the glory to God Almighty. And the office has been functioning. I'm in my private office. And I've also been functioning, too, as the state organizing secretary of our great party. Having said that, this coming election of October 10, 2020 is a winning election already. Apart from the personality of our candidate, Eyitayo Jegede's son, the masses, mind you, that was once a candidate in this state, but due to a lot of hiccups then, he almost emerged. But due to the way God wanted it, the whole thing went the way he went. And as it is today, the same love people had, because people actually voted for him then, but the love today have increased tremendously. And when you see the way the masses, the electorate, and in fact, the electorate no longer wait now for the day to come, for them to come and use their power of vote to put him there as our governor. And we are not relying on that as a political party. We are not relying on the fact that the masses love our candidate. We are trying, we are doing everything within our possible means to make sure we fulfill all the obligation, all the necessary things that could bring us to power come October 2020. Now, in our campaigns, when you look at our campaigns critically, you will know that our campaign is an issue-based campaign. Not a campaign that does not have a substance. We have outlined what we are going to do. Let me tell you, when you look at what has happened so far in the state, some of the development we have seen in Ondo State so far today is the handwork of PDP in Ondo State. PDP brought a lot of... PDP is... When I see some people, other political... I don't want to generate other political are saying they are progressive. You will see that when you are talking of progressive, that PDP has brought a lot of changes. And this is what we are coming to do, though the present government has really done a lot of effort. Let me start from the area of healthcare. When PDP was in government in Ondo State, there was a free medical care for our children from age 1 to 5. That is, where when a child falls between the age 1 to 5, you are free to go to mother and child for a free medical care that will not attract any cost at all. That's number one. For our pregnant women. Then the governor discovered that the rate in which the pregnant women dies during the child labor is becoming too alarming. It was nothing to write him about. Then what could he do? He came with a lot of wonderful and beautiful idea, equipment from abroad, set up mother and child, and for our pregnant woman to be able to have safe delivery. Then CS then was free. You don't need to pay a dime. And you see people from neighboring states trooping into the state because of our free medical attention to pregnant women. In the area of education, an average household who have children in tertiary institution pay peanuts to send their children to school. And today, the story has changed. There are a lot of things that have brought us back in terms of education. You see people who have like 2, 3 children in school, withdrawing 2 or withdrawing all of them due to lack of funds because they could no longer afford the payment.
Okay, before we dive into agriculture and dilapidated industries and factories, let's just take a few seconds break. We'll be back in a minute.
Heli kaka kiki kaka Ọba onílé ọlá Adonai El Shaddai Èyí ò gbọdọ̀ balẹ̀ o Èyí ò gbọdọ̀ balẹ̀ Èyí ò gbọdọ̀ balẹ̀ o Èyí ò gbọdọ̀ balẹ̀ Èyí táyà ò gbọdọ̀ fèlè o Èyí ò gbọdọ̀ balẹ̀ Èyí la fẹ́ l'Ondo State tiwa Èyí ò gbọdọ̀ balẹ̀ Èyí máa dùn l'Ondo tiwa lárugẹ Èyí ò gbọdọ̀ balẹ̀ Èyí ò gbọdọ̀ fèlè o Èyí ò gbọdọ̀ balẹ̀.
Vote Eyitayo Jegede for Governor, Ondo State.
PDP, power to the people!
You're welcome back. Please, can we continue from where you
Yes,
stop?
like I was saying, that our campaign is an issue-based campaign. And these are the things we are ready to do. When you look at our candidate and you see what is loaded with, you will discover that Ondo State will be happy and feel blessed for having a man like him to come and govern us at this particular point in time.
Sorry, Secretary, sir. What's the assurance that your candidate is going to win this election?
Oh, thank you very much. Like I told you the other time, apart from the fact that we are doing what is needed to be done on our own part, the electorate, the masses, I don't know if you have been privileged to watch or see any of our campaign outside the central senatorial. You go to Akoko now, take for instance. When you see the rousing welcome, the sharing crowd, the moment people hear of Eyitayo Jegede, you see the way people just troop out to come and welcome him. These are not the people that we need to go and use money to beg or use money to attract to come and, welcome you. No. We have seen people who are busy cooking food and they heard the song Eyitayo Jegede and they ran out from their house just to come and cheer him up. These are enough things to show that people are ready to vote for our candidate. And let me tell you, there is nothing anybody can do about this, because we see this is an appointed time from Jehovah God for him to come and rule this state, and nobody can stop him.
But we heard of the issue of destruction of the candidate's branded balls and some. There were some pictures that flushed through the internet of most of his campaign materials that were being destroyed by the thugs of the APC. So what do you have to say to that?
It's because they are jittery. And we will not ask them to stop doing that. Let them continue to do that. The more they do that, the more popular we become. Because when you see that, if they are not afraid of our candidate, they won't go to the extent of destroying our billboards, catering things, or when they see where we want to campaign, they will go there and be disturbing people, chasing them away, trying to intimidate us. That won't translate to vote. The electorate, they remain resolute that they are going to vote for our candidate. His popularity enough has overwhelmed the government in power. Can you just imagine government in power do all this? That is a sign of failure. It shows that they failed. If they have something on ground, they should put it on the table. But they have nothing to show. And that is why they were trying to, saying they want to intimidate others. Okay, if they try to intimidate others, the masses will not come out to vote. Oh, they will come out to vote, and they will vote massively. And we will defend the vote, and it will be counted.
So you have assurance that what happened in Edo State, how do you compare that to the scenario on ground right now in Ondo State? Edo State was surprising to everybody.
What happened in Edo State? You see, Edo State, the masses came out massively to vote, not only to vote, and to defend the same vote that they casted. The same thing is going to repeat itself here in Ondo State. Nobody will go home. The masses will stay with the ballot boxes in their different polling units to make sure that the votes there, no anybody from nowhere will come and snatch away any ballot box.
So are you worried about the federal might?
What is federal might?
They think about that too in Edo, and we're hearing that same information here.
Come on, we are not. There is nothing like federal might. With the kind of battered image the federal government is having, they will not even come and do anything that will worsen their situation. Yes, that I can assure you. There will be no federal might doing any funny thing anywhere. And before you can say you want to use federal might to do any funny thing, the popularity will have to stand in a particular place. The present government does not have any popularity. People have lost interest, they've lost hope in the present government. So, if you want to use federal money, you will only use it to support whatever good thing you might have done, but they've not done any good thing. So what is federal money coming to do? They will only come and see to situation that, okay, the election is free, fair, and no violence, period.
But sir, aren't you scared of financial inducements from the ruling party?
People will collect money this time around and they will vote for their conscience. Yes, they will vote for our candidate. We've heard that they are coming with a lot of money, up to 1 million per polling unit. Let them come. We are waiting for them. Masses are waiting. The money that they've not been able to use to better the lot of the good people of this state, they are now coming to use it to induce them to vote for them again. They will collect the money and vote against them. That I can assure you. Why? Because we have issue-based campaign. We have told them what we want to do. We have promised them, I can't have told them that, okay, your children will go back to school again. Their education will continue again. We have a lot of undergraduates that are dropped out already due to lack of fund. And people are coming. People who have left this state, who are registered voters in this state that have left this state, are now coming back to cast their vote. But this morning, somebody called me from Ibadan. And she told me that she will be coming home together with other 2 siblings, that they will be coming to cast their vote by Thursday next week. And she said categorically that they are coming to vote for Ita Ojegede. So what are you talking about?
But sir, look at the permutation of the state now. The governor is from the north.
Yes.
Agbola, which is Zerili party from the south.
Yes.
And the PDP candidate is from the central.
Yes.
Now, are you looking at the divisional broken down of the electorate, as in terms of election permutations?
You've asked a good question. Fine. Anybody can come out from any angle, from any senatorial district. That is not our problem. We are not saying as a party that we have it all. No, no, no. Each of the they have their popularity, they have their own area of strength. But notwithstanding, we are not saying we are going to clear the whole thing just like that. But we will give it to them hard, even in their place of strength, in their local government of strength. See, people want to hear what you have for them if you become governor. We've tested someone, and that person has failed. The other person from the Self-Labour Party has not really come out to tell the masses this is what it's going to do for them. And we have somebody who is telling the good people of Ondo, say, this, my good people, this is what, if you can elect me, these are the things I am going to do for you. So if you are an electorate, what will you do? You will listen. You've tested someone and you discover that the person has failed, and you have 2 people left. One of them is telling you what he's going to do, and the other one is telling you he's not saying anything.
Well, sir, considering the antecedent of your candidate, which is the person of Ita Ojegede,
Yeah.
a lot of information out there that he was one of the best brains behind the Mimiko's achievement and brought Ondo to limelight during PDP's era. Why is Mimiko not throwing his weight behind him? And Mimiko is picking somebody else that did not really work for him. And so what is the party doing to form an alliance with Mimiko to be able to bring him back? And considering the fact that Jegede was actually one of the best brains that he has during his time.
I wouldn't want to go into that. But one thing I can assure you, you've said something. Yes, it was in Mimiko's administration. He was the chairman of a tenders board. He was the commissioner, the Attorney General of Ondo State then. He was brain behind so many good projects. And by virtue of his profession, as a legal luminary, as a son, some of the beautiful ideas he introduced to help the administration in terms of the constitutional approach to issue was a wonderful one. No doubt about that. And the template that they put on ground to make that government achieve what they achieved that day, during that period, rather, it was more or less like an inner person. So those ideas are still fresh in his brain. As a matter of fact, those ideas has been further developed, and these are the things he is planning to come and replicate for us. These are the things he's planning to come and do for us in Ondo State. So maybe supporting him or not supporting him, everybody, every human being have right to his own decision. Mimiko, as a former Oga, has his own reason for not supporting him. So I will not go into that.
So on the final note, what do you have to tell to the youths that are being aggressive? Because if you look at, take an example of Edo election, you know, the governor there keep preaching peace, that he doesn't want violence, they want everybody to be peaceful. What do you have to say to the youth that have taken up arms in their hands just to fight because of election? Because if you look at people that are actually perpetrating most violence in election, they're actually youth. And just like what you earlier said in one of your statements, that if there is employment and there is job creation, there will be reduction in crime. But now that most youth have taken up arms in their hand to fight for election purpose, what do you have to say to that?
We've been talking to them and we will continue to talk to them. Look, one thing I want our youth to understand is this. Yes, we are having election in the next few days. Yes, fine. Anybody that wins or loses in that election, they shouldn't be surprised that they can see Eita Ojegede-san and Rotimi Akeredolu, if we go large, embracing each other tomorrow. Or if they have done anything bad to themselves, or they kill anybody, or they maim anybody, that thing will continue to haunt them for life. There is no point taking arms into our hand for what? Whom are we fighting for? Do the person you are even fighting for know that you are carrying arms to fight for him? So my advice to them is that they should just go out, cast their vote, and just stay somewhere to monitor their vote. If it is drink they want to drink, that they let them do for it and be enjoying themselves rather than creating trouble. Because we still have places to go in life. And I pray God Almighty will continue to guide our conscience in everything we do.
So on the final note, your message to the Ondo people.
My good message for our good people of Ondo State, that you come out en masse and vote for PDP candidate, Eita Ojegede-san. Is the only candidate among them that can make us proud in Ondo State. And prospering our life, Eita Ojegede will emerge come October 2020. Thank you very much.
DJM TV.
My brother, my sister, if this one are the first time when you say they watch our Ogbonge news like this, I beg, make you subscribe to our YouTube channel when be DJM TV. Make you click on the notification bell so that you go continue to receive all thought Ogbonge news like this.
DJM TV.